A very charming morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fit and fine at your places. I, Amanpreet Kaur, your English teacher, welcome you in the English class. Dear students, have you ever heard about Robinson Crusoe? Who was Robinson Crusoe? Robinson Crusoe was a child who belonged to a middle class family. His father always wanted him to be a good middle class guy. But Crusoe always wanted to travel around a ship. He went on his first voyage at the age of 19. But during his voyage, Robinson Crusoe's ship had been destroyed by the sea. He had been alone for many years and longed for company, but one day he discovers a footprint on the sand. So let us find out through this chapter how Robinson Crusoe discovers a footprint. One day, as he was going towards his boat, he was surprised to see the footprint of a man on the sand. He stood amazed. He listened. He looked around himself. He could neither hear nor see anything. He went up the shore, but it was no good. He could find no other footprint but that one. He went again to see if there were any more footprints and to tell if it had been his imagination. But he was not mistaken, for there was a print of a foot containing toes, heel, and every part of a foot. He could not imagine how it came there. He stayed a long time thinking, but became more and more confused. At last he returned home, very frightened, looking behind him after every 2 or 3 steps, mistaking every bush and tree to be a man. Running to his cave, he stayed inside the cave, which he named as castle. When he came to his castle, he ran inside as he was being chased. He did not sleep that night. The more he thought about what he had seen, the more afraid he became. He thought it could be one of the savages of the mainland who had wandered out to the sea in a small boat and would soon return with others to kill and eat him. So he lay fearful for many days and prayed for protection. In doing so, he was much comforted and began going out to investigate. But even now, as he went forward, he looked behind him frequently because he was still very frightened. However, as he went about for 2 or 3 days and saw nothing, he became a little bolder. So he decided to go down the shore again and examine the footprint once more. He decided to measure it with his own footmark. As he became closer to the footprint, he realized that it could not be his footmark because he had not come to that part of the beach since a long time. Secondly, as he placed his foot alongside that footprint, it seemed larger than his own one. His fear returned again. He went home again, believing that there was someone there in the island. He thought that the island was inhabited. Let us learn the new words from this chapter. Savages, wild people in primitive state. Mainland, large continuous extent of land. Wandered, to go from one place to another without a definite route. Bolder, more confident. Footprint, mark left on the ground of a foot. I hope this chapter is clear to you all. Thank you. Have a nice day and stay blessed.